Hi, this is Vicki with craftingforfun.blogspot.com. I am super excited to show you today how I created this adorable candy holder from just 1/4 of a sheet of cardstock. I have chosen to decorate mine with a belly band made from some contrasting cardstock and a felt rose. I'll be demonstrating in a future video how I made the rose, but let me show you how the candy box works. It is, it is 4.5 inches long by 1 inch wide and 1 inch high. And the belly band just slides right off, and then the box opens hinge style. And so it's all one piece, and inside I have 11 Starburst candies. So you could put either 10 or 11 candies inside. You could probably experiment and find other candies that would easily fit in there. So the whole thing just folds right back up and slips in the belly band. Let me show you which supplies you'll need to make this. To make this project, you only need 2 pieces of paper. You need the cardstock, and that will measure 3 inches by 12 inches, and I'm using a basic black cardstock today. And then you need a piece of contrasting pattern paper if you choose to do a belly band like I did, and this paper measures 3 inches by, I believe, 5 inches. Yes, 3 inches by 5 inches. So let me set up and I'll show you how I made this project. Okay, so to complete your project, you're going to need some type of a scoring board. I'm using the Stampin' Up! Scoreboard, and I have my piece of paper here that measures 3 inches wide by 12 inches long. I'm going to lay it so that the long side is across the top of my scoring board, and I'm going to score at 1 inch, 5.5 inches, 6.5 inches, and 11 inches. Then I'm going to turn my paper so that the narrow end is at the top of my scoring board, and I'm going to score at 1 inch and 2 inches, all the way down the length of the paper. And that's all the scoring you're going to do, so I'm going to remove my scoring tool, and I'm actually going to bring in a second one that I cut earlier. What you're going to do is at each of the score lines, you're going to, along the long edge of your paper, you're going to notice that you'll have 4 score lines. Each of those score lines you're going to cut up to the first intersecting score lines. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts along one side. You'll turn it and you'll have 4 short cuts along the other side. And you'll end up with some little tabs that look like this. So this is what the completed piece looks like. So then I'm going to lay that down, and I'm going to just fold along all of my score lines. Don't forget your little tabs. Now, for the purposes of this video today, I'm going to be using some snail adhesive, but if you were going to make this box, I recommend using a stronger adhesive, something like Red Line sticky tape or the Tombow mono liquid glue. So I've just folded along all of my score lines. Let me grab my tape runner. Oops, apologize. And then you're going to flip back each of these little flaps. Now, this is the right side of my project, and this is the wrong side. So this will be the inside of my box, and this will be the outside of my box, and that may make a difference if you're using printed cardstock. In this case, it probably wouldn't make much difference. My cardstock is a solid and the same color on both sides. And on every single one of those flaps, on the outside, so on the side that is going to be the outside of the box, I'm going to flip it in so the outside part is showing. I'm going to put a little adhesive. And now I just need to put it all together. So I'm going to take my box, and I'm going to take the end piece, and I'm going to fold it up to make a right angle, the corner there. And then on the other side, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to make a right angle. Then I'm going to take the 2 pieces there in the middle, and I'm going to fold those up to make a right angle. That's the bottom of my box has now been formed, but I have the top of my box that I still need to complete. So I'm going to take the flaps here and fold that up, and fold this up. And when all of the corners have been secured, you'll have something that looks like this. And I'll show you from the side. And then when you shut the box, you just open it up, feed the end of the box in, and then that's what the box looks like. And to open it, you'll just open it like that. So it just hinges open. Okay, now to finish this box, I'm going to bring in that piece of pattern paper. And I really did not do any scoring for this. I just took my paper, and on the bottom of my box I lined it up with one of the edges and did a crease. And this works best with thinner paper. Then at the next corner I did a crease. At the next corner I did a crease. And at the next corner I did a crease. And so when I'm finished, what's going to happen is on the bottom there's going to be a piece that doesn't go quite all the way over to the edge. That is going to be hidden because the other piece is going to flap right over on top of it. Now, when you secure this down, you want to make sure that it's on there secure enough so that it will stay in place, but not so firmly that it won't slide easily on and off your box. So I'm going to remove it. Go ahead and put my adhesive on. Then I'm going to bring my box back. And I'm going to wrap my belly band around. And the thing to make sure of is that your edges are nice and straight along both sides. And that it's not too tight. There we go. Now that will slide nicely on and off. And then the only other thing I did for my belly band on my sample project was I did put a felt rose on there. And that's just an embellishment I made. But you are free to embellish this box any way you want. It's a super cute party favor or table favor. Very, very inexpensive. 1/4 of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper to make this project. So 4 of these can be made out of 1 12 by 12. And then I just selected scraps to do my belly bands. So I hope you enjoyed this project. If you have any questions, please just email me at craftingforfun@gmail.com. Thank you.